I am joined now by one of my new favorite NFL players. He was just drafted 133rd overall in the 4th round by the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs. It's local guy from Bishop Gorman, Jaden Hicks. Jaden, thanks so much for being with us. Tell us, take us to the moment. Steve Spagnuolo, defensive coordinator, a mastermind of defense, he calls you up and says you are now a member of the Kansas City Chiefs. What did that feel like?
It was the most amazing feeling ever. All that weight lifted off my shoulders, and especially a guy like that who actually fits like what I like to do in football. So it was a really cool feeling.
Tell me what you like to do on the field, because I think a lot of people have kind of given your pro comp to, especially everything you did at the Combine, to Harrison Smith. We all know, hard-hitting guy from Notre Dame, played with the Minnesota Vikings. So tell me, who do you kind of liken your game to? What kind of skill set do you bring to the field?
Yeah, Harrison Smith, he does it all. He's aligned anywhere on the field. And, I think I play like that, so aligning everywhere. There's not a certain position that I can't play, so just being available everywhere.
And let's talk about this, because, I'm a mock draft, NFL draft geek, okay? So me, especially coming from Philadelphia, I'm like, wow, we got Cooper DeJean, we got Quinyon Mitchell. I'm like going crazy. And then I'm like, wow, this guy Jaden Hicks can do it all. Not only is he physical and he's a ball hawk, but he also stops the run. He's physical. He comes from Washington State. Like, this guy knows football. A lot of people, Daniel Jeremiah, he had you number 78 overall. Pro Football Focus, 54 overalls. A writer from The Athletic had you at number 39 overall. So a lot of people thought you're going 2nd, 3rd round, ending up getting drafted in the 4th. How did that feel for you? Were your expectations a little different? How do you kind of come to terms with all that?
Yeah, the expectation was always, that 2nd or 3rd round. But, I think everything happens for a reason. And I went to one of the best situations I could ever, ask for. So I think, just God aligned me to be where I'm supposed to be at. And obviously it's a scheme thing. Some teams might not have me as the highest safeties on their scheme. So,
right.
But, with Coach Spag, he's got a plan for me. So it's going to be a good one.
Let's be real, okay, for a second. Like, some people, you can get drafted 1st round or 1st pick in the 2nd round by the Carolina Panthers. That's a bad situation, right? Like, isn't it better to just, who cares where you get drafted? In terms of number, it's more about the situation.
Right, so you want to go to a good organization. So, the Chiefs, they're one of the best. They're back-to-back Super Bowl champions. So I couldn't have asked to be in a better position.
Let's talk X's and O's, because you kind of played all over. You're doing some slot stuff. You were doing safety. So tell us, like, from a scheme, if we're football junkies, how are you going to translate that skill set, that utility factor? How can you play in a system like the Chiefs?
Right, so I could be aligned in the box, around the box. I could be blitzing, covering receivers. So that's something of my skill set. And, I could also be in the post, protecting the guys in the deep end. And, yeah.
Tell us about, the Chiefs. I'm sure you grew up playing Madden. You're literally going to be lining up against, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift's boyfriend. You're going to be playing with are you going to be shell-shocked just when you walk in? Tell us about what has happened so far. I know you've had Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
Have you even been on campus there? What has happened so far in terms of you interacting with the Chiefs situation?
No, it was already crazy just seeing their lockers. I'm like, wow, I'm here. Like, seeing those guys that I grew up playing with or like on the game.
Yeah.
And so just seeing their lockers was an amazing thing. Travis Kelce, he has all the cleats and stuff. That was pretty cool to see. And a lot of fan mail and stuff like that. But I'm supposed to be here in the NFL. Like, it's a crazy realization, but it's awesome.
You got to get over like, you can't be asking for a selfie.
Right. You can't fanboy.
Can't do any of that right off the bat. Let me ask you this: who are you growing up? Like, who were you looking up to? Who did you admire? Because I think what I want to talk about before we get even into that is your mentor is Rod Woodson. This is a guy who's only, from what I've heard, he's only mentored guys like Darius Slay, Great Bird, and who else has he mentored?
Nnamdi Asomugha.
Nnamdi Asomugha, who was a tremendous cornerback. So for him to take an interest in you, what has he seen in you? Why did he care about Jaden Hicks?
I think, it's just something that we can relate to. We both love football. We both love to be great. And, he instills that into me each and every day. It's a blessing to be able to work with him and you know what the knowledge that he brings to the
Yeah.
game, and obviously, you know, he's just helping me rep that, seeing more formations in football too. He just telling me, breaking it down piece by piece.
What's the number one piece of advice he gave you that's going to help you at the next level?
He's really just dumbing everything down.
Oh,
so
really?
yeah, so like formations, he's saying that there's many formations that an offense can set up in as, but like they can only run so many plays out of that formation. So it could be 3-by-1, but they can mix it up, motions. He's just saying that all of that they can run the same.
So it's a lot of
same
pre-snap
thing.
recognition stuff, you know,
Definitely.
and that's really where I think a lot of the game's going. Who did you love growing up? Like me, even to the dude, right now, if I would do like a Make-A-Wish to get truck sticked by Brian Dawkins right now. That's how in love I was with Brian Dawkins growing up, or Troy Polamalu. Who did you love growing up?
There were so many. I mean, Sean Taylor while
yeah.
he was here, but Ed Reed, Rod Woodson, those were all guys I loved.
Have you
watching.
ever had a Sean Taylor Pro Bowl hit like that? You know that.
Ooh,
that
yeah,
have
yeah,
you ever
that
done that
clean
to
hit.
somebody?
Yeah, I have. Not in that type of situation, but definitely like a hard
What, in
hit.
high school, college, where?
High school, yeah.
What did that feel like? Tell me what that felt like. It feels like you're John Wick,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What
it's
does
like,
it feel like?
You're just a dominant player, so you know you're just running through someone. You know, you putting it on, so it was cool.
Would you rather your first snap, you get a interception and you bring it back to the house, or would you rather just like crush somebody like the Sean Taylor hit? What would you rather for the first play?
I think interception return back to the house.
Okay.
That would be the best.
All
you know,
right.
DBs, we get paid to turn the ball over. So
Okay, there you go. All right, let's talk about this, because beyond just taking an interest in, you know, learning from legends and like Rod Woodson, I think a lot of young players, they think they know everything. They come into the league, they feel like, I don't need to talk to Rod Woodson. I already know everything. So you already have that great demeanor and that willing mentality to learn, but you also are taking your health into consideration. So tell us about this thing called Q Collar, because you've already given back to, you know, your alma mater, Bishop Gorman. You're already giving back these Q collars to them, something you've been wearing that's transformed your health and your game. Tell us about that.
yeah, I mean, it's helped me through my college career, and you know, being able to help the next generation of football. I think that's very important to me. But it's a device that goes around your neck, and it pushes on 2 veins to help produce oxygen and blood flow to the brain. And so the most important thing is just playing this game of football the longest that you can, you know, taking care of your body. That's what any NFL legend will tell you, taking care of your body. And with your brain being part of your body, I mean, it's one of the most important things that you can use, and one of the most important things that you can, you know, buy in with. And so it was a pretty cool feeling.
So this
that
is
I got to give
from
back.
this, from my understanding, you were kind of saying before we even behind the scenes we were talking. You said like Monday, Tuesday, a lot of times after a game, your energy levels and your awareness, the clarity's not there. This kind of is a game changer when it comes to just making you feel a little bit more spry.
Right. So the day after the game, you know, before I was using it, I was feeling a little groggy, like more tired actually as well. So after I started using it, I realized I had more energy and, you know, was more clear thinking throughout the day and throughout that week. And so, I mean, that was the best part of it.
Wow, okay. And there's even guys like Tony Pollard, you said. There's even guys in the NFL currently wearing this game day right now.
Yeah, I think they have over 30 guys wearing it in the NFL as we speak.
Okay.
So.
And what does that feel like to give back to Bishop Gorman and to be, I mean, you know, you used to be playing there, now you're giving back.
Yeah, I mean, they given me so much, and, you know, they actually helped me get to this opportunity. So, I mean, giving back is, you know, my most important thing and what really means the most to me. So it was really cool.
All right, Jaden, I mean, congratulations on all this great stuff. Headed to Kansas City to play for the Chiefs. Any last words you want to say?
Any last words? I would say, you know, just keep being yourself, keep going through with your plan, and, yeah, everything's going to fall into place.
And you remember all those secondary players taken ahead of you?
Yes, sir. There's 11.
There's 11?
11.
Can you name them all?
Yeah.
All right, this is the coolest thing. This is my favorite thing. See, this is, to me, if we're talking about like indicators, somebody's going to be a Hall of Famer, this is a major indicator for me, okay? Let's go through each 11.
All right, so there was Tyler Nubin, Javon Bullard, Cole Bishop, Sione Vaki, Dadrian Taylor Demerson. There was Tyke Smith. There was Malik Mustafa.
Oh.
There was, I'm trying to think who the last 2 or 3 were. But yeah,
Those are okay.
some
See,
of the
look,
guys.
You got a chip on your shoulder is what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
I love it. All right, Jaden Hicks, your new favorite player in the NFL, a great kid from Las Vegas, Bishop Gorman, Washington State Cougars, and now headed to play for back-to-back champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Thanks so much for spending
Yes, sir.
time with us.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.